lie there in that old curiosity
Here is the drag, see how it goes, down on the heel, up on the toes, that's the way to do the varsity drag. Hotter the cop, newer than new, meaner than mean, bluer than blue, gets as much applause as waving a flag.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, welcoming you to a kitchen counter thrift haul. And I would like to, before I forget, I want to wish everyone a wonderful Easter. This will air on Easter weekend, and I hope that everyone enjoys Easter with family, friends, Easter dinner. I'm not sure what everyone's traditions are. I'll be having Easter dinner with the family and church services, and just a wonderful weekend. I wish the same for you, no matter what you're doing. And if you're not doing anything and have some time on your hands, I invite you to watch my 3-part Lancaster trip. I have got all 3 of the videos posted, 1, 2, and 3 Lancaster trip, and I'll be doing more of that this spring and summertime, going to destinations and filming. And as I watch my own films after I've posted and edited, I'm picking up little things I could do better, tweaking with the camera and so forth. And so anyone who decides to watch any of those videos, if you care to share your thoughts with me as well, I would appreciate that. What you'd like to see, what you wouldn't like to see, and so forth. But right now on the kitchen counter, look at all that stuff. We're skipping the coffee. And we're going to talk about everything that you see here. Most of it did come from the Lancaster trip. There's a few more items that the coffee pot and the quilt and all that stuff, those are not in this video. I'll show you those later. But let's begin with, well, let's just begin. A piece of uranium, a piece of green depression glass. These divided gizmos almost always came in a metal carrier just like this, that they would fit down inside of. And quite often you'll find them where they have lost their chrome carrying tray. But this is a divided serving dish here in green uranium glass with no chips or cracks on it. And that's a big one. I usually find them smaller than that. That's about as big as they come. So there you go. And then sticking with the green glass, a piece of kitchen glass. I've had this before. This one is missing its beater top. You can find them. They're out there. Not that difficult to find if you want to put the egg beater top back on there. It has a nice deco design on the sides, and we've got the, let's turn it around here so you can see. Granny made a lot of snickerdoodles in this. There are all the ounces and whatnot there, 16 ounces. And it says patent applied for on the bottom. This dates to the 30s. A few little chips there you can see in roughness around the little feet there at the bottom of this piece. But, you know, kitchen glass was meant to be used, and it was banged around for years. And we are a little more forgiving when there's a little bit of roughness on kitchen glass, I think. Let's talk about this and then get it out of the way. A beautiful, I think it's 12 feet. 12 feet. Ugh. I think it's 12 inches tall. And I went ahead and put some flowers in it. A nice EAPG. Bring back the clear glass vase there. And as I said, they're better. You'll see better pictures on the auction site without the flowers in it and without this backsplash here that sometimes makes it difficult to see. But there's the base of it. It's heavy and beautifully cut and pressed. So we have pressed glass here, but we also have some wheel cut. Oh, I'm out of focus. I'm in and out. But we've also got some cut designs here as well. So it's very, very nice piece, nice and tall and heavy glass, with no chips or cracks on it. I know I'm out of focus. So I'm really happy that with all the sawtooth around the top here, we have no damage at all. And if you want to see better pictures of that, check out the Old Curiosity Shop, the auction site. The link is in the description box below this video. And if something is not for sale, I'll try to remember to tell you. I'm not selling that because I only found one. I don't think it's old, and I don't really know what it is, but it's just a wonderful piece of opalescent glass, a little tiny little tumbler there. It was blown. Now, I don't see any, I've never seen it before. So it's probably something contemporary. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it was 99 cents. I wasn't going to leave it behind. Anybody know what that is? And then here, this is made in Chicago. I forget, is it, well, I don't know. It's marked on the bottom. It's kind of hard to see it. I do have the name of it in the auction description. Salt and pepper, probably from the 40s into the early 50s, with a little plastic caddy to pass around your picnic table, and they come right out of there, and you can do the lid. Well, let's do this. Okay, hold on now. Okay, so we can sprinkle the salt that way, or we can, if you really want your, if you really want to swell up, turn it that way and you'll get quite a bit of salt. We don't want to do that, so we're just going to put a little bit of salt on our French fries. Okay, there's that, with no breaks or cracks, in really nice condition. And then here's a set of candlesticks. Now, it looks as though that's uranium glass, and it's not. There's no uranium in that at all, so no glow. Sometimes there's uranium in the green depression, and sometimes there's not. These pieces over here have uranium in them, but in this light, it's really kind of hard to tell. It really doesn't make a difference unless you're just buying it to put under a black light. I don't display glass under a black light, so my green depression glass is just out and it's just beautiful and green. So these are candlestick holders here. This one has an inclusion up here in the top, which one of these does, which gives the impression of a crack, but it's really okay. I think that might be the one that has that inclusion in the top. So there aren't any chips or cracks on those candlesticks. But if you're looking for stuff that glows, don't run after those. Look at this. It's perfect for your after dinner mints. Now, you don't get the spoon. It's not the right size anyway. But I just want to show you that your little spoon will hang in there, whatever spoons you want to use. And we have this little chrome carrying thing here. And the green frosted glass, this probably dates to the 1930s as well. There's no uranium in this. We can pull it right out of there. Three little ball feet on the base. And just perfect for those little tiny after dinner mints or little salted peanuts or something like that. What do you think? Back there is a strawberry basket made by Fenton in this wonderful ice blue, crystal blue. And it is blue. You see the strawberries in there? It's almost time for them. We'll have them next month. Okay, so crimped edge basket applied handle, and it is marked Fenton on the bottom, so we know it is after 1971. Another wonderful EAPG piece back here. I don't know who made it. I'm getting a McKee feel. And you say, McKee? Well, that's 1930s. Well, McKee was around long before that, and they made beautiful EAPG glass. This one has two butterflies on it. I've never seen it. And it is heavy. McKee had a pattern called Innovation. This is not Innovation, but the innovation was that it was pressed glass and cut at the same time. I know you're really not able to see this. Can you appreciate this? Let's get it to where Look at the butterflies. Oh, it's not showing up. This isn't working out the way I want it to. There's a butterfly there, and then on that side. And this is pressed and then cut. So there's wheel cut. This is wheel cut here. Can you see? And then down here, this is pressed. Yeah, and cut as well. And there's wear on the bottom as we expect. It's a heavy vase. You can put as many calla lilies in there as you want, and you're not going to knock it over. There are no chips on it around all the around the sawtooth top. And it's just those butterflies on there. I really should look this up. I haven't had a chance to, so I'm sure some of you will probably go searching for it. May or may not be a McKee piece. Let me get back in focus. But I invite you, please go and look at the photographs that I took of these two EAPG vases out there in the window with the sun coming in. It's just beautiful glass, and you'll love it. Okay, a little vase in the back, which was a little inexpensive thing that dates to around the 1920s. And it has a painted rose on it. And it's a milk glass type of material. It reminds me of Vitroc. Yeah, and just nothing on that side, but the painted rose on the front. This is American and not a very expensive piece when it was made, but it's decorative. Look at that. I'm not selling that. That is as Art Deco as it gets. Can you see that in a 1930s kitchen or a bathroom or something like that? I'm not sure I'm going to pick it up from there. Light fixture. This is the glass ball, which is frosted, and it's got the chrome electrical plate to attach it to the ceiling down here. This also looks a little bit on the industrial side. Now, it could have been in a kitchen, but could have also been used for some type of commercial use. I love that, and so I'm holding on to that for the moment. Made by Lee Potteries is this Art Deco crocus. We've seen that and talked about it before. They made these pieces for Farber Brothers. Is that right? Remember. Yeah, so the Farberware, they put the metalwork around the outside. Okay, that's their umber tone. That's the color of this. And then you've got these Deco crocus flowers. And you can find all sorts of things for the kitchen. Not too long ago, I ran across a Hoosier cabinet with its big coffee grinder attached on the side, and it was metal, and it had the Deco crocus on it. So you'll find, if you like that Deco crocus, you will find several pieces of it, various pieces, for the 1930s kitchen. I'm going to hold on to the Bremner wafers tin in green, and the knife holder here for the Depression kitchen as well. This is really neat. It's got here on the back, modern, convenient, new way kitchen knife holder, and there it is. Protects the cutting edge of 5 kitchen knives. And there we can see it hung there in the Depression era kitchen. A product of Cobbs, Hopkins, blah, 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 Des Moines, Iowa. Thank you, Iowa. Very nice. Okay, so, then there's the tin, which dates to the 20s. Focus again. This is new, old stock, unused. These are crests for the tops of Depression era picture frames, and I bought 2 of those. The person's actually had about 50 of them, so they obviously came from unused old stock from a factory. I'll be using these light shades right here on a fixture which I don't have with me here in Philadelphia, and I bought those at that wonderful antique shop where the Lancaster container company was next door. Remember the factory noise? You go watch it if you didn't see it. That's where they came from. Beautifully decorated and paper thin, these shades are. They're usually much thicker than that. And it's nice to find a matching pair, and I have a fixture that those will go on. In one of the videos, I turned down a Deco Cream and Sugar, and I said I found a better example, and I did. I paid $7.50 for this wonderful 1930s cream and sugar. There is a coffee pot or a carafe that goes with these that I'm going to try to get my hands on. I've seen it, but I don't own it. And these wonderful guys right here, I don't know whether... These are the Bruce Hunt. Okay, yeah, this is the Bruce Hunt Cream and Sugar. It never did have a lid. Look at those handles. $7.50. Goofus glass. I don't collect it, but I'm keeping that piece just to have an example of Goofus glass. Talked about it so many times. It was cheap, mass-produced glass around the time of Carnival glass and that kind of thing into the 1920s. It's almost always gold and red. The color is sprayed onto the back. That's the way it's done in the factory, and it's notorious for the paint chipping off, and in this case some of it did chip off and part of the backing was repainted. Now they did a good job. The person who repainted this did a good job because that looks 100% original from the front. They did completely respray the back, which you don't look at. So I'm okay. If I hold it up to the light, I can see where all the loss was. You see where the light is shining through? That's where all the original gold had chipped away. But the person who sprayed it, they did okay. And Goofus glass is the pejorative term that collectors gave it. Because it was so cheap. Back here, two great big planters, probably American made. So we have these back here, the Collie and the Dash. I'm not even going to say because everybody will get mad at me if I say him wrong. Who is he? You know who he is. He's a nice one, and this one is too. No breaks, no chips, no cracks, no damage, no repairs. I don't even think there's crazing on them. And they are big, big, big and heavy. Look at this. Let's see them. Okay. And there's the Collie back there, which is just a little bit smaller. So yeah, those will be they're listed as well. And then here's Mother Cat with Kitten, and this is a Napco piece made in Japan, really nicely done. She had a flea bite on her ear, which someone repainted, and they did okay with that. Otherwise, no chips or cracks anywhere else, and no repairs. Behave, kitten. And then this little guy here, Japan, 1920s, black and green. And the salt and pepper shaker. This is how this was manufactured. The Scotty is sitting right here in his 1930s club chair, waiting to be picked up to season your Easter potato salad. So Scotty is pepper, and the club chair is salt. Don't you love that? There's the shaker on the back. Now, if you're not a salt and pepper shaker collector, what's great is because the holes are on the back of the chair and the back of his head, you can use him as a figurine and just let him sit and you don't even know. In fact, he was in a display cabinet and I didn't know he was a salt and pepper shaker until the man came and unlocked the cabinet and took it out. I thought it was one, I thought the dog was connected to the chair. So I learned that. I think that covers everything here on the kitchen counter. Yeah. Now, I will be back, not on Easter Sunday, but probably the following Monday, and we'll go shopping again and look at some other things. If you get a chance, check out the Lancaster videos, let me know what you think. And also, anything that you see here, most of it that I'm selling is listed in the Old Curiosity Shop. You can check that out as well. So once again, thank you everyone. Have a wonderful Easter. I appreciate you watching. And take care of yourselves. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, wait for the cat, and so long for now.